Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad ARIF bin Ahmad Sabri and my partner is KHAIDIR bin KUSNIN. So today we will present about Takaful, subject code IMU654. Our title is Takaful Development in Malaysia, a study of Islamic financial law. First, introduction. The Takaful industry in Malaysia is growing rapidly in line with the development of the Islamic banking industry. Takaful is now the insurance of choice, not only for Malaysian but also for the world. This development shows the best alternative offers in Islamic risk management and control. In principle, Takaful was formed to complement the operation of Bank Islam Berhad, which was established in 1983. Al-Takaful. The word Al-Takaful in Arabic means mutual guarantee or mutual protection. This concept contains the principle of cooperation, helping each other, and mutual responsibility, which form the basis of the Islamic insurance system. In the operation of Takaful principals agree to mutual guarantee each other against any disaster or calamity with the aim of protecting each other. Accordingly, the participants in the group also agreed to help any participants by providing financial benefits to lighten the burden if they were hit by a disaster such as fire accident and so on. Next, al-tabarru. Al-tabarru means donating, doing charity, or bestowing something willing for the purpose of serving and helping. Therefore, the business concept that was built is a mutual protection plan based on unity, sense of responsibility, and fraternal relationship between the participants. The Takaful participants who sign the agreement agree to give a certain part of their contribution or contribution to provide assistance, and equally there any participants who suffer a calamity in returns for participating in the Takaful service, which is done on a tabarruk basis. Next, al-mudarabah. Al-mudarabah is a form of profit sharing in business. Those who have capital but lack the ability and experience can provide capital to qualified parties to invest in profitable investment areas. Al-Mudarabah has three things which are people who have a concept consisting of capitals, owner, and entrepreneurs. Both the things that are contracted are capital, effort, and profits. Third, sirah or akad covers hijab and kabul. And the last one, al-wakalah. Al-wakalah is a concept that represents a person to hand over what he does and can do to others in his life. The element of life is linked to distinguish it from a will. Al-Wakalah contracts involve two parties, namely the representative and the representative. The representative gives authority to the to representative to carry out a matter certified by law. In current Takaful practice, the participants agree to appoint a Takaful operator as their representative to manage the invest their funds. Through this principle, the participants give absolute permission to the Takaful operator to charge any fees related to administration, including appointing a representative on their behalf. Next, about financial law in Malaysia, Islamic banking. The federal government has been Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad (BIMB) a 10-year period to operation as the only Islamic bank in the country at the time. It was only in 1993 the Bank Negara Malaysia introduced an interest-free banking scheme now known as the Islamic Banking Scheme, and conventional banks were allowed to conduct Islamic business affairs. Since then, commercial bank, merchant bank, and finance companies start offering Islamic banking products and service under the interest-free banking scheme. This institution is required to spread Islamic banking transaction, funds, and activities from conventional bank transaction to ensure that there is no mixing of funds between the two. No interest banking scheme was launched on 4 March 1993. A pilot scheme involving 3 conventional banks was established. Next, Sharia and civil law. The Islamic banking system had to go through the process of harmonizing Sharia and civil law without abounding Sharia principles, which are the core of this Islamic banking system. Sharia principles apply in Islamic banking operation, such as Uqud al-Mu'awadah, that means buying and sell, at-tabarru, donation, Uqud ishtirak, partnership, such as mudarabah, profit sharing, musyarakah, profit and loss sharing, and muzara, farming. Uqud tawsiqat, guarantee, such as kafalah, rahnu, and hawalah. Uqud itlaqat, general, or aman insan, such as wakalah, agent. Uqud taqyidat, obstacle, such as taflis, bankruptcy. Uqud is qatat, loss, right. Ibraq, rebate, muqash, sets off, and Uqud hifz, deposit, such as wadiyah, saving. The state government does not have sufficient financial resources and has limited jurisdiction covering matter of religion, custom, and land. The central government have ensured that the development of this industry can move faster and more effectively with strong economic resources and broad jurisdiction. Next, Takaful. The third is Takaful legislation in Malaysia. The government have provided a strong legal and regulator framework for Islamic finance and capital markets. This framework including providing and developing innovative products as well as producing scholars in the field of Sharia and Islamic finance in line with the government desire to promote Malaysia as an international Islamic financial center, MIFC. A conducive Sharia environment also ensure that Malaysia remains a product innovation center that produce the largest product for increasingly knowledgeable and challenging customers. The Takaful legal framework in Malaysia can be divided into three parts. The first part is includes translation, classification, and reference for Takaful business. The second part is providing the atmosphere and travel of Takaful business, such as the first restriction in the use of word Takaful and registration condition. The second is the restriction on Takaful operation. Third, establishment and maintenance of Takaful funds. Fourth, distribution of surplus. Fifth, establishment and maintenance of a guaranteed Takaful scheme fund. And the last one is related requirement in running Takaful business. The last part is the third part is provide in term of the first, the power given to the bank negara and the appointment of the governor as direct general of Takaful in the supervision of Takaful business. Second, power of conduct inspection by the national bank. The third is provision for closing and transferring the business of Takaful operator. The, the, the fourth part is allocating matter in the administration and enforcement of matter such as damage, indemnity, submission of annual reports and statistical reports, default, and conviction of default. Next, about Malaysia National Bank. Bank Negara Malaysia focus on the development of financial institution, including the International Islamic Finance Education Center in SIF and the International Sharia Research Academy (ISRA) for Islamic finance in an effort to promoting training, education, and research to increase skill works in the Islamic financial industry, including the Takaful sector. The first is Sharia Advisory Council, Sharia Supervisory Council, and Takaful Development Base. The first, Sharia Advisory Council. The Sharia Advisory Council was established to oversee and ensure the implementation of Sharia principle in Islamic financial service by provider under the regulator supervision of Bank Negara Malaysia. The Council also acts as an advisor to Bank Negara Malaysia in matters related of Sharia. The appointment of new council members will be done by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. If any Sharia-related question arise in any court or arbitration proceeding related to Islamic financial affair, the court or arbitrator must submit the question to the council to obtain a decision. Decisions made by the Sharia Advisor Council must be obeyed. Next, the second is Sharia Supervisory Council. Every Islamic financial institution, especially Takaful and Islamic banking, must establish their respective Sharia Supervisory Council. This matter is based on the law of section the National Bank Act Malaysia 2009. This council is responsible for advising and ensuring the operating of Islamic financial institution comply with Sharia principle and requirement, including the business and development of takaful in Islamic banking. Majlis can be considered as a modern fatwa in institution that plays an important role for Islamic financial institution in Malaysia. The council's decision determines the legitimacy and Islamicity of a product, document, and Islamic financial operation according to Sharia. Courts and here case involve Islamic financial issue can refer to Sharia Advisory Council to get views, especially relate to Sharia law. The last is Takaful development phase. In systematically developing the Takaful industry, Bank Negara Malaysia has implemented a phase approach through three phases, namely, the first phase is 1984 until 1992. This act provided that a Sharia oversight committee be established to ensure that the business operation of takaful operators comply with Sharia principle at all times. The second phase is 1992 until 2000. This phase marks the beginning of competition in the takaful industry with the entire of another takaful operator. This development has facilitated the handling of takaful in Malaysia and in the region, which covers Brunei, Indonesia, and Singapore. The third phase is 2001 and until 2010. The Islamic Banking and Takaful Division is a strategic plan toward realizing Malaysia's desire to become an international center for Islamic finance. To promote the development of the takaful industry, the Malaysia Takaful Association (MTA) association aims to improve self-regulation of the industry through uniformity of market practice and encourage cooperation at a higher level among takaful operators. The last is conclusion. Development of law in Malaysia has experienced several phases of the change and shape the structure and administration of the country, including laws related to Islamic finance. Law related to Islamic banking and takaful have developed rapidly in line with current economic change since the 1980 and in fact, takaful has become an important and complementary sector in the Islamic financial and banking structure in Malaysia. This development has become the catalyst and the driver for the Islamic financial sector, not only in Malaysia, but also in the South Asian region and now to the global level. This situation is the line with the government's goal and desire to promote Malaysia as an international Islamic financial center, MIFC. Hopefully, these wishes and goals will help to develop Islamic financial law and the Islamic religion itself to all corners and of the world in the prudent and successfully manner. So that's all from me and my partner Friday. Uh, so I would like to say thank you for here and for your focus to our presentation. So that's all for me. Us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.